You don't want to be in this. Hello and welcome to the live stream. Do you want me to get you a chair from the other room? Okay. Welcome you all. I am hoping to just be here to celebrate and hang out with you all before the premiere of my updated van tour. This is important to me because my last van tour got pretty popular. So I'm just hoping this is kind of the same. If not, that's okay. Hey, Roaming Road Junkie, how you doing? Welcome. And Tiny Fairy is here too. Yay! So glad you're here. Just testing the sound. Looks like you all can hear me. Alrighty. Awesome. Cheesecake. Glad to have you. Roaming Road says hello to Smoke as well. We got Derek. We got Jason. I am doing well, thank you. It's been pretty stressful because my webcam didn't work all of a sudden, so that was frustrating. Really hope everything is going smoothly tonight. That was kind of a bump in the road, but it's okay now. Emily, welcome to the chat. Glad you guys are here. I hope you guys don't mind. I eat. Didn't really have time to eat dinner before this. So, Smoke, what are your thoughts on this van tour? You think it's going to be good?
Yeah, I think you're going to do a lot of good sights.
The video that's about.
Video.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. I mean, I got a little sneak peek, so I really enjoyed it. It's pretty funny.
Good. I'm glad to hear. Hey, Brooke. Welcome. How's everybody doing today? What's new with you all? Tiny Fairy says you're going to miss Maddie. Our cat just hissed. I don't know if you all could see by that lamp over there. That poor cutie.
We'll look at it later.
We'll review the footage. But yeah, for this road trip I'm about to do, it's pretty sad because we'll be away from each other for a whole month, and that's probably the longest we've been apart since before the AT.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've been pretty bummed out today, but I'm looking forward to the trip other than that. Todd said, dropping a big Yahoo on y'all from Boston, Massachusetts. Cheers. Thank you. Thanks for joining the stream. Jimmy Malone. Glad you made it to the live stream. Did you happen to text Queen of Hearts?
I did.
Okay. Great. I know I just went live, I think like 9 days ago, but Kyle O'Grady is here. Hey, thanks for joining the stream. Glad to have you. Oh my gosh, you all, I'm going to be on an episode of Trail Tales tomorrow, so be looking forward to that. Lots going on this week. Thomas says, are you going to get your drone out there again? I sure am. And in this, what I'm about to show you all after this live stream, it's a van tour, and I used my drone to go back and forth over my van, and that was pretty exciting because I was like, okay, finally got some, footage from above, but it's, yeah, you'll see. I don't know. Sometimes I think the drone footage isn't really as the same quality quality that I normally film with. Kyle hates hiking. We gotta recognize there's a celebrity in the mist. if y'all don't know, Kyle O'Grady and Kyle Hates Hiking, that's the same person. That's the podcast I'm going to be on tomorrow. Oh my gosh, Tanya's here. Hey, so glad to see you. Tanya was who we met at Trail Days first.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that was really fun. Shoot, you remember what I was talking about? Oh, yeah, with the drone. Y'all, I'm just learning more and more about it as we go. Tiny Fairy. Oh, Thomas, you watch Kyle? That's awesome. Tiny Fairy says, what does Smoke feel about living in a van? You want to answer that?
Yeah, I like it, but with her van, it's obviously way too small. And I mean, I have a cat. You can see her right here.
Feature her. Our house is very messy right now.
Yeah,
if you look by the corner of our bed, that's our cat.
Right here, yeah.
Sophie girl.
Yeah, she'll come by. But so having a cat and with Maddie's current van, it's really difficult for both of us and the cat to be in there. So later on down the future, if I get my own van or we upgrade and get a bigger van for two people, which in my opinion, I think two separate vans would be a lot better of an idea than one van. Because if the one van breaks down, we're both out of luck. Whereas if we have two vans and one van breaks down, we can use that one van to help fix the other van. So we're still planning it out, and we got some ideas that we're spitballing. But
yeah, we just gotta save a whole.
I could see myself living in a van for an extended period for sure.
I see Stronger Together has entered the chat. I can't really see the picture. Is that Dos Entradas, one of our friends from the trail? I think that's who Stronger Together is.
Me and that dude saw a bear together, a bear and 3 cubs. In fact.
Do you want to tell the story of you and Dos seeing a bear?
If he's here, I'll tell the story. If it's not him, then.
Yeah, it is Dos.
Oh, okay, so.
Yes, ma'am, it is Dos. Sorry, I forgot.
Do you remember where it was at?
Yeah, it was just after the Shenandoahs.
So, I was hiking along. I think I was doing like 16 miles that day. And literally, like, I was at 15.5. Yes, I was right at the end of the shelter. I was so close to the shelter. I think I saw the shelter time. And then, boom, right there. I'm walking on the trail, and not even from here to my kitchen. Which, you can't really see. Yeah, you really can't see. But, like, from here to, like, literally over there, I see 3 cubs just walking.
3 bear cubs.
One little cub, and they were, like, probably, like, 40, 35 pounds. Like, they were, like, this big. And one walked out, and then a second walked out, and then a third walked out. And when I saw the third one, I was like, no human being in the world sees that third cub and lives. Like, where is the mama? And I got unbelievably scared. And then I hear the mama running up behind them. And she's like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And she like, I can't replicate the sound, but it was close to kind of like a bark. It was like I can't even replicate it, but it was kind of like a dog bark almost. And she had barked at the cubs to like, get out of here. Like, you need to leave now. And then she looked at me. And when she looked at me, she faced her whole body at me. And she was about 400 to 450 pounds. She was about in her like middle life. And she looked at me, and I could tell that she was making the decision in her head of, do I completely annihilate this person right here, or do I just let them keep going? And she made the decision to let me keep going. And I think about that a lot, because that bear looked at me and it made a decision with its eyes. It didn't have to say anything. It didn't have to move. It didn't have to growl. It didn't have to breathe. The way it looked at me was like, I'm giving you a pass. And
he's alive to tell the tale.
So then I turned around. I immediately turned around. I did a 180. Or no, I did not. I did not do a 180. My apologies. You don't turn around when there's a bear like right in front of you. Never turn around. I backed up. I slowly backed up while facing the bear. Backed up to where I didn't see the bear anymore. It was around like a corner. There was brush cover here. And then to be quiet and kind of hear if the bear was coming towards me or around me, I got as low as I could and I sat down. And then I just waited for like 15 minutes. And that's when Dos Entradas came up. And then I was like, hey, man, there's a bear with 3 cubs and it's right there. And I was like, I'm pretty sure it's gone. Because I had waited a good 15, 20 minutes. I had to watch because I did it with no phone, no map. And I had to watch. So I counted about 15 minutes. And I was like, yeah, there's no way that bear is still there. Sure enough, that bear was still waiting. It was... Dos Entradas will always have the same picture I have in my head, and it's of that bear on that giant rock with a cub right here and a cub right here, and it's just looking at the both of us. It's just watching us. It's watching our movement. And like, very lucky person, 100%. Shout out Dos Entradas for sharing that.
Yeah. To catch up with the chat while he was telling the story, welcome the Longs and welcome Misty Trails. Oh my goodness. Another fellow YouTuber. Y'all might recognize Misty Trails, who also hiked the AT last year, and she's Queen of Hearts, one of our good friends from the trail. Oh, Gertha Kitten. Welcome. And let's see, Stephen Angel. I don't think I've said hey to you yet. Glad for being... Oh, you're on trail near Port Clinton.
Wow.
Which one is Port Clinton again? Maybe the last... Is that the last town in Virginia, maybe? The northernmost, I should say. Wonderful. So, yeah, there's definitely... I saw a bear in New York. No, it was New Jersey, but towards the New York state line. So yeah, sounds like there's a lot of bears up in the mid-Atlantic, but his was in Virginia, or his one encounter anyway. Port Clinton is in Pennsylvania. Oh, we were way off. Sorry, you all. Port Clinton. I just can't picture it. Usually with some trail towns, I'm like, yeah, that's the place. That's the hostel I stayed at. I remember this story from when I resupplied, so my bad, guys. Jack Wall says, are the river races still going on in Madison on the 4th of July? They are. I'm going to miss them. But I had to be out of town at some point. For those that don't know, in the town of Indiana where we live, there are boat races on the Ohio River. It's apparently the biggest time of year here, so pretty, what's it called? Pretty popular event. Okay, man, that's so cool. You're already in Pennsylvania, and it's not even, oh wait, I guess I was in Pennsylvania on the 4th of July. So, okay, well, good job.
You're making good pace.
Keep on keeping on. Oh, Dose said you left a handwritten note saying bears and cubs about 0.4 back. Oh my goodness. Which I saw before coming upon smoke. Oh my goodness. Still bummed I don't have a good clip on my GoPro. Oh my goodness. I know the struggle of like not getting the shots that you want. That one time I saw that really big alligator on the Florida kayaking trip I went on, like that was a miracle. I mean, it was a very bad event. I wish it had never happened, but if it had to happen, I was very glad I was using my Insta360, so I got footage of the gator itself and my reaction to it. That was crazy. Port Clinton is, oh wait, I already read that. Oh my goodness, and I forgot to say thank you to Mark Rudolph. Thank you for the $50. That is so generous of you, especially starting out my road trip soon. That's really going to come in handy. So thank you to you. Thomas, thank you for the $5. Y'all are so generous. I really appreciate this. You guys are the best. Macintosh said, enjoyed hearing about the general day-to-day. Adventures are fun too. Oh, good. Happy trails to you too. Great bear story. Dose is a hero. He is, indeed. Oh, Queen of Hearts said there was a cute candy store in Port Clinton.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that's all you have to say. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's where you met back up with Billy back and Dozer came back.
And there was a shelter in town, and it was 0.3 away from the trail. And I was at a Cabela's that had a shuttle service that went back and forth. And they wouldn't drop me off at the trail. They would only drop me off at the in-town shelter. And I was so frustrated because I was like, dude, just stop the car and I'll hop out. But, you know, what is, super steep descent. Sorry, I'm fumbling my words. Chase life into Port Clinton. I remember that. There was like loose gravel, and I was like walking like this, and then someone came and passed me just walking normal speed, and I was like, what the heck, you guys? What the heck? Oh, Stephen Angel is also in Pennsylvania right now. Delaware Water Gap. Oh, PA is the next and last town. Oh, I bet you're so glad to get out of Pennsylvania.
No more
cool.
rocks.
Although they say no more rocks, but there are still
like
some
30,
rocks.
But you're basically out of the hard part.
I think New York had like rock formations and rock obstacles that I really wasn't prepared for. So just heads up on that.
Like the rock feet.
Yeah, definitely.
It was just like I didn't mind like there being like small sections where you'll do like woods and then a path and then like rocks and another path. But I remember Pennsylvania was just like, here's a trail, and then there's a vast sea of just rocks of all different sizes, and then there's just white places scattered within that area. It's kind of like a maze, like a hamster maze with just white places. Like if you owed money to the mafia, and they just like duct taped you and blindfolded you and put you out in the middle of there, and dropped you off, I think a lot of people didn't get off. Because it's so confused. There's so many like rocks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Where you just like look,
No, I do. I know.
and it's just nothing but rocks as far as the eye can see.
Chase says that was a few weeks ago. Now in New York. Oh, awesome. When I think of New York on the AT, I think of the summertime, deli blazing to go get ice cream. I think the worst mosquitoes, were in New York and Connecticut.
Was there a lot of like were there a lot of like?
I don't remember. There was the flooding when we were in.
Yeah, that's what I'm
the
talking
beginning
about.
of Vermont. Yeah, the beginning of Vermont, there was a section where it had flooded so much that they were like, this section of trail is closed. The reroute is a 3-mile road walk. And you know us two, we're not exactly purists. So we had to go into town that day because I was uploading a video. And so when we got dropped off, we just got back on the trail instead of doing the road walk. We skipped a little bit, but I really don't think that road walk would really have been a meaningful part of our experience.
It wasn't worth the wet socks, which I think our feet even still got wet regardless.
So let's see. In the chat, people that are on the AT now are Stephen Angel and... Oh, I don't think I said hi to DB. If you're still here, welcome. Glad you made it. Oh my goodness, it's already 8 o'clock. That means time for the premiere of my updated van tour. I'm so excited for y'all to see this. I've been working really hard on it. Drum roll, please. All right, thanks for chatting, you all. See you later. Bye.